What is going on, everyone? Becca here with a brand new Blender video, and in this to, tutorial, well, this isn't really a tutorial. This is just I noticed that I haven't really done a video yet on making on like starting from scratch and just doing a whole Blender like modeling process. So we're gonna be doing that today, and in in this one we're gonna be working with a new add-on that's recently was released for Blender. It's the Pyclone clone add-on to that enables you to use the new home the new home library into your library. Currently, the add-on only has like stuff for for like a kitchen, but the library is planned to be updated with different rooms and stuff. And it if you actually go on the guy's website, I think he said he's gonna be uploading it to the Blender market soon. Actually, you have access to the extended library, which has a lot more stuff. However, for that you have to pay. Currently, the current price for that is $100. So just keep that in mind. If you want the extended library, you'll have to actually mm, buy the whole extended library. And so let's go into it. I recently moved a lot of stuff around on my desktop, so I don't remember everything that's here. It is. Okay, and I'm opening up Blender, and so I'm not gonna go into like actually like making the actually like installing Pyclone and or anything, but so I will have a link in the description that will show you how to install it, but it's pretty simple to install. So first I'm going to delete the default cube, and then I'm going to go to the top right and just move this over, and I'll switch to the File Explorer. And you can see that with Pyclone and the home library installed, I have access to this Homebuilder library. And so first thing I'm gonna do is actually before I do any of that, let me pull up the actual model that we're gonna be doing. This is the model that we're gonna be this is the reference model that we're gonna be using, and this is what we're gonna be making. And now we're not gonna be able to get to all of this today, but we're gonna see how far we can get. And in this model, we're actually gonna be using three free models that I downloaded. I will have the links to them in the description if you want to use them as well, but you do not have to use them. So the first one is a simple antique stair model, completely free. And then the second one is we have this trophy pack, because I'm gonna be making like a small little trophy case in this scene, and so I needed some trophies. So this is a good free one to get. And then we're gonna need a chandelier, so I'm gonna get this one. I already have all of those in my Blender folder, so I can close this. So I just wanted to show that those are the models that I'm going to be using. Okay, and so first thing, I'm actually gonna import. No, actually, let me just drag and drop it. I'm gonna add in the reference image. So I'm just gonna drag and drop it into Blender. And let me switch to my front view. Yeah, it's really bad. Okay. Let's straighten this out the best we can. let's go back to front view. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is that, let me actually resize this so that it's more of an accurate size. There we go. I think that's good. Okay, and so, so the first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna actually create the walls, because the home builder has an option where you can just automatically just add in the floor, but how I want these walls and floors to be added is that I want it to be added based upon this reference image. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in on this reference image, and I'm gonna count how many tiles I actually see, and I'm gonna like basically like try and get like an eye really to see like how long this wall needs to actually be, because there's no way for me to actually like manually do it, like, so yeah. All right, so let's see how much tiles we actually have. This is gonna be a little bit difficult. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, doing it like that's not gonna work. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to eye drop it, like just to like do it like basically like an eye, like you'll see what I mean. So in the home builder, we're gonna go down the walls, and you have three different types of walls you're gonna work with, and you're pretty much always going to use just wall. And now when working in home builder, it's a little bit different than working in like a typical setup. And to add stuff, you're gonna click on the thing you're gonna add, go over to here, and then click P, and it's gonna allow you to add the wall. And now it's gonna allow me to add the wall. So I'm just gonna click and drag. So it's like just about the same. And then it's gonna be like that. So like right about here. Let me zoom in a little bit. And so then I'm basically, what I'm basically doing is I'm using my fingers to basically like eye how much I need to do. And again, this is just, it won't let me go any farther than that. I'm gonna have to do it like that. And if we look, and I'm actually gonna do it for the entire wall actually. So I'm gonna do it right about there. And then it's like, right here should be good. And then for this one, it's just gonna go all the way down. And then this one is just gonna go all the way down to the end. And you're just gonna right click, and that would end it. All right, and there's our wall. Pretty simple. And so now to add the floor, where it's gonna be very simple. It's just gonna be clicking on any of the walls. I'm gonna right click and go wall prompts, and we're just gonna click on add floor. And if we want to, we can add a room light. I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna add my own lighting. That's okay. And if we switch to material view, we can see that we already have a pretty nice wall, a pretty nice looking floor. and you can see that it kind of doesn't perfectly do a good job. So what we're gonna do is that first off, I'm gonna click on the floor, and I'm gonna go into edit mode, and then I'm gonna select loop cut, and basically I'm gonna create a loop cut so it's right where the wall is. Press enter, and then I'm gonna go back into object mode, edit mode, switch to that, and then we're gonna select the new edge, and we're gonna move that in. Oh wait, actually I forgot, you have to extrude. And when I'm extruding, I just like to click. It won't let me extrude it. Hang on. No. Why won't it let me extrude it? There we go. Now it's extruding. Why won't it let me do it? I need to think about this. Normally it's really good at doing this. You know what? What I'll actually do instead of extruding is I'll do another loop cut. Do it so it's right against the wall. And then I can just select the face and delete it. Delete face. There we go. And for that wall, I'm actually just gonna for that part I'm just gonna move that in. And we are gonna fix and change this texture like later on, but I just wanted to get like a general like a general wall general setup. Okay, and so now that that's done, the next thing we need to do is let's go ahead and add in a door. So if we look at the reference image, the door is about at the midway point. So let me see, it's like right about there and right about there. Oh, right where my thing is. Okay, and so we're gonna to add a door, we're gonna go into doors, and I'm gonna add a door. Go over here, click P. No. Click P. And it's gonna go, let me do my little measuring technique, which is using my fingers. I'm gonna go right about there. Okay. And so we have a door now. And so I'm gonna actually change it up a bit. And so we have a bunch of different options. And let me actually go to the reference image and see how the door looks, because we want to replicate it the best we can. And so looks like, yeah, it looks like the second one. So we're going to change it to that one. Oh, I think I know why, because that's in the... For some reason, it's not showing up the other one. And I do not know why. Let me take a look at that. So let me move this out of the way. I guess I can just edit it manually, do it manually. But it's very interesting that it didn't do it like it was supposed to. So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll move. Change this to shader editor. Let's see. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to separate that part. No, okay, that's not doing it. I just don't understand why it's not doing it. No, that's not it. Well, I'll come back to it. It's really weird that it's not showing up. It's just really bothering me that it's not showing up. There we go. And now, just basically creating my own. Which is really weird that it didn't show up. But what are you gonna do? Go fill. Okay. Class and assign. There we go. All right, now it's done. Now it's good. Okay, and so yeah, that looks pretty good. And so let's bring back the actual reference image. Oh, no, I don't want to resize it. I want to move it back. Okay. And so it looks like we have what looks to be like a window right here. So let's see if we can get like a window like that. And I can't tell if it's on both sides, but I'm gonna assume that it's on both sides. So I guess we're gonna be adding a window like this. Get as close as we can get it. And again, it's doing the same thing. It's like not going through it. No, that's not what I want. Oh, there we go. And I'll just do it on the other side as well. There we go. And so we're going to select both window prompts. And we're going to decrease the width. No, I'll just do them one at a time and just remember the numbers. So like right about there. Height. Let me move this over. Move it down. We're right about there. And about there. And move it over. And I guess move this down just a tad. And then we're just gonna have to replicate it on the other side. Oh, you know what? I can actually just... No, that didn't do it. That didn't do what I wanted to do. I wanted to just duplicate the thing, but I guess I can't do that. Let me see what the window is. 0.5244. 0.5244. Okay. 1.736. 1.736. I know it's a little bit too high right now, but we're gonna fix that. 0.1524. I shouldn't have to do anything there, but yep, there, that's good. 8.6979. 8.6979, I think it was. Nope. That. Yeah, this one's gonna have to be a different number. Okay. And what's the Z on this? Is 0.056. There we go. Okay. And that's looking pretty good. I like how it's coming out. And I will actually, I will be like texturing this. But actually, I'm gonna. That's actually. It should be fine. Now, if we go to the reference image, we have another window. But I think I'm gonna need this to be a little bit taller, but because that window is pretty tricky. Because I don't think I have a window like that. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna just do a little test window. I'm gonna click on it and go over here, press P, and just go over here and just put it. I'll Control Z it later. See if I have a window like that. No, I do not have a window like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to manually make that window. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to manually make that window. Because that is a very interesting design of a window. You know what? Actually, what I'm gonna do is that first off, I'm gonna let's change the frame. Let's change it to be. Let's change it to be this one. And press OK. Yeah, I like that better. And let me think. I'm actually not going to do that window, but I want to see if I should add another window there or not, because no, I'll just leave it. Okay, and what's next? Next, we have the actual. Okay, so for the next part, we're gonna actually have to add in the roof, because the next part I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be doing the actual pillars, which is pretty simple because I have a pillar already. I'm not gonna be doing this part though, since I downloaded a model for this. I'm just gonna use the pillars that I have. Now, I did not open these models in Blender prior to doing this video, so I don't know how they're gonna turn out when I import them. So so we may have to like do some edits on them to like allow me to use them, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go to File, Import, OBJ. I'm gonna go to my Blender's models, and my pillar is the Corinthian pillar. Oh, it's not this one. It's this one. There we go. Yeah, just like that. It really came out really big. So we're gonna definitely resize this. Now these aren't textured, which is completely fine. I was planning on doing that anyway. And for this one, it's still a little bit too big. So you're gonna have to be a little bit smaller. That's a little too small. I think that is good. So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna switch to the move tool, and I'm gonna move it to over here where the wall is. And actually it is still too small, because if I move this over to here, we can see that it's not touching the roof. We don't want that. We want it to be touching the roof because that's what it's for. So let's see how that is. It's still a little bit too small. No, not that. Wrong way. Okay, that's close enough. All right, and so now I'm gonna move it forward to over here, because if we look at the reference image, that's that like tip right there is where is how it is how it's is where the line is. And so we're gonna move it down, and it's shortly before where the door is. And if I get my camera into the right position, because I'm trying to replicate this. Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, that's the correct position. We want this to be basically covering this window. I'm just trying to get a good view. Let me move this over. Yeah, it's good. Okay, and now normally I would use an array in this case, but how this is set up, I'm actually not going to use an array, because due to the fact like we have some that goes this way as well. So I'm actually just gonna do duplicates in this case. So with it selected, so let's see how much. Oh, I actually should have just set up my camera, actually. So I believe the control for this is Control Alt 0, Control numpad 0. Yeah, it is. So now my camera is where I want it to be. Well, not exactly. I still need to reposition it. And the trophy case I'm gonna make is gonna go right there, so I'm gonna need a little bit. So let's zoom in. And a little bit more. Yeah, it needs to be a little bit more to the left. The issue is that wall. Let me see. That's the end, and that's... Yeah, it's still not enough. I want it to be the same. So, it needs to be further out. It's still doing like about the same. Okay, it's actually pretty good. Let me see. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, it needs to be closer. Yeah, that's the distance it needs to be. I may change it up. But yeah, that's pretty much the where I want it to be. Okay. So now, as you can see in our reference image, we have two pillars on the left and two pillars in the middle. So I'm gonna select the pillar, do Shift D, and when I have Shift D selected, I'm not gonna move it at all. I'm just gonna click on my click on my left, do a left click, so that it creates it without moving it. And so where I want it this time is, needs to be like right about there. I'll just put my finger there. And I'm gonna move it over right about there. And then we're gonna do another one, Shift D. Move it, this one I'm gonna move all the way to the end. And it needs to be like right about there. So like right about there. And another Shift D, left click, and move it to like right about there. A little bit too much. Yeah, that's not how the amount that I need. Yeah, it needs to be like right about there. And then this one needs to be like right about there. Okay, there we go. That's better. Now, I may have to extend this wall because I don't know how how big this stairs model is. But yeah. Okay, and so now for the next part, we're gonna click on the walls, and I'm gonna enter edit mode, and I am going to select the interior edge, and I'm just gonna basically just select. Oh wait, actually first I have to merge them all together. That way I can select everything. Join. There we go. It looks really... Oh, what happened? Should be a way I can do it without having to join them. Wall prompts. I want to add a roof. I guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. So, oh, you know what I can do? I can actually just duplicate this. Shift D, and just move that up. Perfect. And I am obviously going to change these textures, but this is just how we're gonna set it up for now, for right now. Okay. And so with that done, what was the next step? Because now that that's done, what was the next thing I was gonna do? Because I can't even remember what the next thing I was gonna do is. Where are we on time? We are at 43 minutes. So actually, at this point, I'm gonna actually end the video right here, because we are actually doing a pretty good job and we are making pretty good progress. But yeah, this is where we're gonna end it for now. And if I continue with these videos, the next thing we're gonna probably do is that I'm gonna work on this trophy case over here that I'm gonna put right here. So yeah, this has been Mega, and I will see you again next time.